щастието и къде се крие то, вълнува хората от хиляди години. Днес ще попитаме нюйоркчани за тяхната позиция по въпроса. What is your definition of happiness?
My definition of happiness, being self-secure, self-sufficient, having adequate finances or not being any financial stress, you know, having a happy family. I'm a married man, so being married, having a nice, healthy family, kids that are not into any nefarious doings or drugs or anything like that. It doesn't take much to be happy. So that's my definition of happiness.
Whoa, these are hard questions. Definition of happiness. Well, a good family, friends, in a good neighborhood, good good people around you, even if they're not your friends, the whole environment, safe roads, safe conditions, I could go on and forever, parks, and good job, things like that, good children, happy, not crying babies. I think that's a tip of the iceberg.
I think that happiness is an elated feeling. It's when everything is falling into place, everything feels right, that nothing can go wrong.
Happiness is when you know that you're fulfilling the reason why you were put on earth. When you are living in your calling and you working on being the best person that you was created to be, that's happiness.
That's a tough question. I wouldn't really say there's like one. There's you feel happy, and then it's kind of explain. State of mind when you're feeling good, confident in yourself. Have a good job, good around good people, and then when you're miserable, it's like the exact opposite of that,
100% harmony is realistically impossible. How many percent of harmony, balance, and peace you think you've achieved in your personal life?
Probably, since there's so many variables in New York City, I'd say 70, 80%, something like that. It's okay.
I would say, being 60 years old, I have 75% harmony with the universe, with the world, or whatever,
About 65, 70%. It could be better, it could be worse. I'm in the middle. So I'm pretty happy.
I don't know, it varies because, on life sometimes you weigh your goals and what you're really living in daily. So overall, it depends on how you look at it. As far as my son and my family and being close to my God, that's happiness. Knowing that God has like a great plan for my life and working on that, that's happiness. Have I reached all my goals that I wanted to reach in life? No, I'm working on it, but it's still a great amount of hope there because I know that, with faith and with believing that I can achieve it. Oh, that's hard. It varies. I don't know. I would say, I don't know. Maybe I'm at 75. I don't know.
Out of 100, not much. I'd say pretty low. I don't know if I have an exact percentage, but I wouldn't say. I'd say 60%. Not like super off the wazoo, crazy high now.
What are the main factors which prevent you from being stress-free and happy on a daily basis?
The state of the economy, the state of the world with the war and the disease and you know, unrest around the world. You know, that's really weighs on my mind desperately, because I hate war, I hate killing, I hate people hating people, you know. So that's number one.
Well, I can tell you one thing. We live here in Bed-Stuy, and if we could get these planes to stop flying directly over our head and dropping kerosene exhaust on us, if our representative Jeffries is listening, so that would be very helpful. If we had a better environment so the planes weren't flying directly over. The cars are not so bad, but the planes are really bad here.
Being around stupid people. I get enough of that at school. When not having good food. When people are yelling and fighting about stupid things. And the 6 train going to school. There we go. That's just horrible.
Not comparing myself to others. Being happy with what I have and being grateful for what I have, and recognizing how far I come and how far I could go. That's just really being grateful for where I'm at, and trying to enjoy the process of life, period. That's what keeps me stress free. It's reminding myself to just be grateful, and that's pretty much what it is.
Lack of money, bad weather, being surrounded by annoying people, and lack of eating good food. That ruins a mood for me if I eat like crap. That's pretty much what I got for that one.
What simple things can people do according to you in order to be genuinely free and happy?
Simple things they can do is to treat, it sounds like cliche, but to treat everyone like you want to be treated, And if you're a good person, then you're going to treat people nicely, But just be kind to people. That's it. It's simple. It's not hard.
Well, remember that we're all empowered here. We all have a say, and because I find that my neighbors just think that everything is the way it is, and that's the way it's always going to be, and they have no say in anything. They don't go to the community board meetings. They don't go to the police community meeting because they think it doesn't matter. But it does matter, and so the answer is get involved in your community, not just pay attention to just your job or just your house, right? There's a lot more to the world than just that.
I really believe that a person has to have spirituality. I'm a Christian, and I'm not saying that everybody has to be a Christian and believe in, in Christianity, but I do believe that you have to have a spiritual base, because the world is tough, so I definitely believe that you cannot make it, but just trust it in yourself. And not just that fact, but also just from things that have happened in my life because of my spirituality that's beyond myself.
I would think it'd be happy and fun to do is just go, and it's free, just go into a forest and chill out with the birds and just do whatever you want to do in the forest and just chill. Listen to the waterfalls, look at the animals. That's what I would say is.
Do you believe that happiness can come without efforts if you only believe in a predetermined good destiny?
No, you got to make your own happiness. Destiny just doesn't happen automatically. I mean, you have to work towards it. And if you sit back and wait for happiness to come, it's not coming.
Yeah, absolutely not. I don't believe in predetermined destiny. So, yeah, it can only happen with your own effort. That's what I've said through the whole thing, so it's obvious. Right, Noah?
No, I feel you have to make your own happiness. If you do something and you think, oh, I'm happy, you're probably told this makes you happy, but then you look back on your life like a couple years later, you're like, oh, this does not make me happy, but you're stuck in that situation for a while, you really won't be happy. You have to make your own happiness.
No, I think you have to have some effort because a lot of things happen that we don't have no control of. Even sometimes the thoughts that come to your mind, you don't have control over. So you have to have some kind of effort to block those thoughts out, to not concentrate on the negative and not to get stuck on negativity. So it takes some effort to block those things that we have no control over. So it's a muscle. Happiness is definitely a muscle that you have to exercise really on a daily basis, you know, for most people I know. So it's a muscle. Happiness is, in my opinion, is a muscle that you have to work out.
No, I wouldn't go that far. I think you have to achieve happiness. Otherwise, I think it's a false happiness and you're just telling yourself you're happy just to make yourself feel better, other than, you know, actually achieving a level of happiness.